Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, well, what's up? My name is Judson Huck, dude. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really excited to tell you guys this story because it's crazy. It's been burning a hole in my pocket for a long time. I don't actually keep a story in my pocket. I just said that real fast I could. Just because I'm so excited to get this video out here. But thanks anyways for all the subscribers out there that are real trying their best to just listen to my words and say what I have to see or whatever the hell or however that goes. But besides the point, I'm just asking you guys a serious question. Do you believe in ghosts? Alright, because Judson Huck, he believes in ghosts. He's a huge believer in ghosts. Now, you know, if I hadn't experienced the things I've experienced in my life, I probably wouldn't believe in ghosts. But I know right now that, well, ever since I was... Well, let me just get right to the point, man. I saw ghosts when I was like 4 years old, man. And it's one of my earliest memories, okay? Back in the day, I used to live in this old small town, and my parents bought this old house, man. This house is over 100 years old when they bought the place back in 1988, right? So anyways, the house is old, right? And basically, this is what happened. One night, my family and I, we were all playing board games at the kitchen table. Now, I remember I was like 4 years old. I remember I wanted to do a puzzle. We were board games and puzzles and whatever it was that we were playing. Besides the point, we were all at the table having family night, having a good time. So I ran down the hall to go get this other puzzle, and basically I ran down. All the puzzles and board games were in my parents' closet. So me being a little guy, to run in the room, I jumped on the bed. I would always just flick on the light switch or whatever. Now in the process of doing that, I got to run into their room. Now their room was always so cold, man. It was like it had heater. My dad worked in the heating industry, and he had heat pumped into that room, man. He had it all ducted in there, and guess what? It didn't ever get warm, man. That room was always cold. Anyways, I run in there, get that usual chill, because that room was real cold all the time. Anyways, jump on the bed, right? And in that, I turn around and I look right in the doorway, all right? So as I'm looking in the doorway of my parents' bedroom into a dark hallway, I see this apparition of a man, and he's standing there. And he's standing there looking at me with a big grin on his face. Now that was very, very scary. I was terrified, okay? So just imagine this 4 years old, this random guy, like he's transparent, like I could see through him, but I could still make out this apparition of a man standing there looking at me, smiling, right? Man, I was so scared. I ran right through his goddamn leg because I had to get past. I had to get through. I had to get back to my parents. So I ran and screamed as loud as I could, right? And I ran and I ended up running right through his leg, man. I ran right down the hall. And you know what? My parents, they tell me I came running out that hall. There's a man in your room, man. There's a man in your room. There's a man in your room, okay? It was terrifying. I was scared. How did I get to sleep that night? I have no idea. But that was the first time I saw that ghost, man. I was, from the age of 4, I was basically pushed into the belief of spiritual ghosts. Something, man. There's something going on, right? And yeah, the second time that happened, it was just me and my mom in the house, right? My mom had this interior design business, and she had that run out the attic, which is a big attic. You go upstairs, one of those attics, you get up there, you could be up there for hours inside of a big attic. It's great, one of those old school attics, man. But basically what I'm trying to say is, it was around lunchtime. My mom had made me lunch, and I got on the kitchen table, right? And I sit down. I might have been 5 at this point. I sit down and I'm eating food, right? At the kitchen table. I think it was maybe a bologna sandwich. Now, as I'm eating this sandwich, I realize my mom is she's gone somewhere. Oh, what the hell? I'm eating a sandwich out here all alone. And I'm like, what the hell? I look over, and I see this guy, and he's wearing blue overalls. He comes walking in from the hallway, goes right into the living room, and I was like, oh, who's that? Because it's just me and my mom in the house. So I remember I get up, and I run, and I follow this man who like totally looks like a real legit human being with blue coveralls on. He just gets up, just walks right across. I follow him right into the living room, and once I get in there, man, he is just gone. There's no sign of nobody, and in my 5-year-old brain, I'm thinking, look, it's probably like, that had to have been my mom, because I don't know, but I ran after him, followed him into the living room, gone. He was just not there. I remember I ran upstairs to go see if she was up in her office, so I run up there, there's no one up there, run back down. Now there's nowhere else to go once you go into the living room, right? Go in the living room, stairs up to the attic, that's all blocked. It's like, there's nowhere to go. There was nobody. Then I find my mom down in her bedroom playing Super Nintendo. Alright? Super Mario on Super Nintendo, to be exact. Now I just said, look, I just saw somebody walk into the living room, and she was like, well, it's just me and you here, son. There ain't nobody else. And I thought, man, what are the chances? He probably just didn't want to hang out in the bedroom because she was playing Super Nintendo. And he's probably like, well, that's way before my time. So I ain't going to be playing no Super Nintendo. I don't know how to play, so I'm leaving. So that's why he probably left and went to the living room. I don't know where he went from there. Anyways, that was crazy. So from a very young age, I have been forced into the belief of the spiritual, natural situations of ghosts, man. They're real deals. I mean, I would be skeptic because, like, there hasn't been a lot in my life that has happened since. So if I hadn't have seen that spirit once or twice before, there's no way I would, you know, it'd be really, really hard to believe that there's ghosts out there. But, to top it all off, okay, there's crazy stories behind the house. Now, the neighbor, when my dad moved into the house, basically told him that there was some fellow, his name I'm going to leave out, but he brought that house from there was an oil field down there, and it used to be one of the original office buildings of the oil rigs, and he actually had got the house moved up into the town, and he renovated this office into a house for his family to live, right? And he did that, he made it into a house, and he lived there until apparently 1965. That man took his own life at the end of the hall, okay, of the house where I saw the ghost, right where I saw him, right at the end of the hallway, my parents' bedroom, right? And so really, to be honest, to even chalk it up that I had seen a spirit guy, I seen a ghost. I seen a ghost, a spirit guy. It's good. It really, you know, solidified the fact that that's a real deal situation out there, and also to real put it into perspective, when my dad did renovations on the house, he had been ripping up the floorboards, ripping up the plaster. It's old, right? Plaster walls. Ripped the plaster all down from the walls. He actually saw lead shot in the back of the walls, and then and actually, like in the floorboards, in between the boards, there's lead shot down in the floorboards right at the end of the hall, where this man, apparently, according to the neighbor, had taken his own life. The guy that actually had brought the house to where it was. Okay? So, like, the proof that is, like, totally there, man. Like, if I didn't want to believe, man, there's a lot of proof being like, well, the evidence is there, man. Like, he was somebody there and works in the oil rigs, and he was wearing this blue coveralls, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think that's a crazy story. I believe in ghosts. If you guys want to tell me some crazy stories, maybe make some videos of your own and post them down in the comments. Old Judson Huck will take a look at the videos and we can talk about ghosts. Because ghosts, man, is some pretty cool stuff. I got into, like, paranormal investigating and stuff. And, you know, I'm still pretty much a rookie at paranormal investigating. But I got all the equipment, and I hope to get that stuff on a roll. And we can do some paranormal stuff with this channel. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so question, do you believe in ghosts? Let me know. Till next time, Judson Huck.